From the F-22 Raptor to the F-6F Hellcat, the Smithsonian Channel's popular series Air Warriors looks at the most extraordinary aircraft throughout our nation's history. And here to share more details is former U.S. fighter pilot C.R. Anderegg. Mr. Anderegg, thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
So first of all, tell us a little bit more about yourself and your service to this country.
I came into the Air Force as a second lieutenant in 1967, went to Air Force pilot training, then F-4 Phantom training, and then I went to combat in Vietnam. I flew 170 combat missions. Over the next, I served a total of 30 years. I flew about somewhat over 4,000 hours in F-4s and in the F-15 Eagle. Retired in 1997, and then I became, in 2003, the Air Force historian. I served as the Air Force historian for 10 years and then retired again.
Wow, what an amazing long career, and thank you so much for your service. And then you're continuing to serve through the Air Warriors show. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, each segment, each show covers a specific aircraft, and it covers it through its concept, up through its development, its testing, and up into combat. There is excellent footage of the airplanes, each of them in their segments, interviews with people that flew them, and more importantly, it's not only an interesting historical lesson on a particular iconic airplane such as the AC-130 gunship or the OV-10 Bronco, but throughout the series, the viewer gets a broad picture of American air power in action, how it's conceived, how it's developed, how it's flown, how it's employed.
Right. And so I mentioned a couple airplanes at the top of the segment. Can you tell me a little bit more about, say, the F-22? I mean, we'll learn a whole lot about it during the show, but maybe you can share some more details.
Sure. The F-22 is the frontline air superiority fighter that the Air Force has today. The F-35 is now coming on board, but the bulk of the air power, air superiority mission will continue to fall to the F-22. Its design is a stealth design, makes it very difficult for the enemy to detect the F-22 when it's in the air. It has a tremendous amount of firepower that it can carry. Really excellent, the very best air-to-air weapons that we have. And it is very fast, lots of power, very maneuverable, and we're enjoying having it in our inventory. We wish we had more of them, but it's a great fighter.
Right. I mean, that's just one of the examples. And so before I let you go, what is really the importance of aircraft in our history and the real reason that we're focusing on it with this show?
The real importance of aircraft in our history, well, I'll tell you the importance of military aircraft. And military aircraft can best be expressed in their value in that our aircraft today and our air power in America, we have global reach and global power, which means we can reach anywhere in the world and we can execute power at the discretion of the national command authorities wherever and whenever it's needed.
Right. Very well put. I'm going to let them know how they can catch the show. It really sounds, for anybody who loves history or anybody really who's an American, they could really benefit from watching this and seeing how much technology has helped us throughout the years. So thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure.
All right. You can watch Air Warriors on the Smithsonian Channel. Don't miss it. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.